Hello everyone and welcome back to Nutmeg Curling Club. My name is Britt and I am here to bring you the finals of the 2019 No Nut, better known as the Connecticut Curling Championships, between Norfolk Curling Club and Nutmeg Curling Club. Right now the curlers are going onto the ice, shaking hands, getting ready to play. I can bring you up to date. So we did not live stream the early match, but we are live streaming the second match, and Nutmeg is down 18 points going into this match. So let me describe what the points look like here. You get a point per stone, and you get 3 points per win. So Nutmeg right now down 18 has to win by a combined total of 18 points with the extra wins to win the Connecticut State Championship. It's not an easy thing to do. I will be bringing you through the different houses as much as possible. Right now we're on the 6-house view, which I will try to use as much as possible so that folks can see across all 3 matches, because all 3 matches are going to matter. Even a match that is one-sided is going to be very important. And we can already see on C, we've had our first stone delivered. They are getting right to work over here on sheet C, and we have a guard set up. As always, if you have any comments or any questions, please post them in the live chat. I will be happy to answer them as I can. And we really appreciate you joining us this afternoon. Just as a reminder, all of our live streams are posted on YouTube for playback. You can always go back and view another stream anytime you'd like. And with that, I'll thank you for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. The No Nut is a fantastic tradition between 2 very old curling clubs. Norfolk has been around since 1956. Nutmeg has been around since 1960. I thought it was 1965, but it's 1960. So 2 very old curling clubs with a lot of fantastic history. And I'm honored to bring you guys this match this afternoon. We have a very lively warm room, so if you hear some background noise, I apologize, but that is because of the lively warm room, which we are extremely grateful for. So all 3 matches are in their first end, just getting started. A lot of stones just getting thrown. Over on sheet A, it looks like we've had a couple of hog stones. Nutmeg will be throwing red across the board this time, and our friends from Norfolk will be throwing yellow. For those of you unfamiliar with a curling event like this is what we call a friendly tournament, much like a friendly in soccer, except we have trophies associated with this. We have a Connecticut State Championship trophy, which is called the No Nut, that we use for this match between Norfolk and Nutmeg. So as much as they are just opportunities for folks to get together and play, they're also very serious. So as we start to see ends shape up here, I will try to bring you into the different houses as I can. I'll primarily try to stay on the 6-house view so you can see across the board what's going on. Right now in sheet C, we have 2 guards for Norfolk up. They're throwing yellow. On sheet B, it looks like we have a biter there. Let's take a quick look there. Yep, that yellow stone is biting. And over on sheet A, I don't have a close-up on that particular house, but the house is empty with a red guard out in front. So I'm pleased to also inform that this year we involved a lot of first-year curlers out there in the matches. We have a lot of folks who are playing in their first No Nut ever on both the Nutmeg and Norfolk side. Sheet C, it looks like we have a yellow stone in the house. And Craig Steffen is going to try and get it out here. So if you're looking at the right-hand side of your screen, the bottom half, you're seeing Craig Steffen in red as we prepare to throw the red stone here. Let's see if we can go to far C really quick. So this is what Craig Steffen's looking at. It's a yellow stone under partial cover. He's hoping he's going to chip that guy out. Unfortunately, the stone's going to go right by it. And that's a big break for yellow and Norfolk, because that's going to allow them to potentially guard that up. Over on sheet B, we have a stone being delivered by Dan. Jake Ness is there. Skip. Dan's stone is going to skim right by the red, but it's going to be a little too heavy to stick around. Dan is wearing some fancy pants with cats on them, which apparently was a team theme until earlier this morning, and Dan missed the email, so he's the only one wearing the fancy cat pants. Over on sheet A, I know I can't get you a close-up on that one, but there are two stones in the house. It looks like a yellow is just in front of the red, both inside of the 4 foot. So yellow right now would be the counting stone. And they're going to throw another stone, yellow being Norfolk, to try and make sure you can't get to that red. Ilya is the nutmeg skip on that end, and he is like, nuts to this. I want that stone out, even if it costs me my red. You could get this shot without costing your red, but still.
I can see what I'm doing.
I apologize there. I had a message I have to answer. All right, let's get reset here. It looks like on sheet A, the red stone's actually guarding the yellow right now. It's a lot of activity in the house. And yellow's going to put up another guard, which is very nice. Meanwhile, over on B, let's cut to that really quick. It looks like we have one yellow sitting with a lot of guards in the way. It's going to be hard to get to that yellow, but it's outside of the 4 foot, which leaves you some opportunities. Over on far C, wow, look at all that crowding right in the 8 foot. It looks like yellow is counting, but here comes a stone from Craig Steffen and a nutmeg squad. It looks a little wide, but it might slow down for them. There's a lot of room to work. And it is. It's going to go through. Okay. We'll go back to the 6-house view just because this covers everybody. So right now, it looks like Norfolk has one in the house with some cover over on A. Sheet B, what's going on over on sheet B? Sheet B, Norfolk is counting at least 2. It looks like 2. And over on sheet C, it looks like Norfolk is counting 1, but the crowding around it makes it very tough. Craig Steffen's a very experienced skip at our club. I'm sure he'll find a way to try and work something out here. He's looking at it. I think he's going to try and tap his own red up at this point. So he's working it. But the problem really being is that with Nutmeg down 18 points in the overall standings, they have to get off to a good start. They have to win this by 19 points in order for them to retain the Connecticut State Championship. For those who are not familiar, oh, this shot from Team Steffen. It gets the tick, and I think it just pushed it into position. I think the red stone now is the counting one, and that's a nice change over there. Norfolk and Nutmeg have had a long-term relationship. I mean, over 50 years for both of them. Norfolk is a gorgeous club, recently rebuilt after a tragic fire, a victim of arson, where a lot of folks would have been like, Norfolk rebuilt and built a fantastic and beautiful environment. Fortunately, one of the things that survived the fire was the Nutmeg Norfolk Trophy, the Connecticut State Championship, and we are, grateful for that, and we are grateful for them rebuilding and for coming down to see us today. So we alternate locations on this every other year. So in 2020, this tournament will be in Norfolk. So I'm watching Sheet B right now. I'm going to cut to it really quick. And Sheet B, there's a nutmeg stone buried there. And that's going to be difficult to get out, but it's only worth one, so Nutmeg is definitely going to be working on that. Over on Sheet A, I see a yellow Norfolk rock coming in hot. I'm not sure what the call is here because I don't have a close-up on that particular sheet. I think they were going after the reds, and they successfully knock at least one out. Hard to tell exactly what the count is there. It looks like one yellow. So Norfolk counting on A, Nutmeg counting on B. As we're getting down to skip rocks, over here on Sheet C, we're still... No, Sheet C, we're just getting to skip rocks 2. Let's take a real quick look at C, because that was a real tight measure, and red is still the 1. And I think he's trying to guard that. I think he is just trying to guard that to make sure that no one gets in there. So 2 of the 3 sheets, Nutmeg off to a better start than Norfolk, but hey, it's a friendly. Everybody's having a good time. That's what matters. Over on Sheet B, Nutmeg skip Jake Ness's shot. Oh, God, Jake. I'm sorry. Jake Ness. His shot is on the way, and it looks like it's coming in. I think he is trying to draw in to sit 2. It looks a little heavy. And it'll stick around, and I believe it is second shot. Meanwhile, over on Sheet C, Craig Steffen's guard is very successful. Here, let me show you that really quick. So Craig Steffen, that red stone all the way to the right of your screen is what he just put up. That's a fantastic shot. And now yellow's going to have to find a way to get, with only 1 stone remaining, because Nutmeg does have hammer to try and find out how they're going to get this. Let's take a look at far B really quick. So Jake Ness draws in to just grab a corner of the 4-foot. That's his most recent shot on the bottom of your screen near the broom. And it looks like Norfolk is going to attempt to hit that red and then maybe roll in and sit inside of it. So I'm going to stay here for a second because this is a really interesting shot. So what he's trying to do is go around all that stuff out front, get to the top side from your perspective of the red stone closest to the broom, and thusly push the red stone out while his yellow redirects towards the center. If he does that, yellow would be the shot rock and undercover. The shot is away. The sweepers are on it immediately. It looks light from my perspective. The sweepers are not hesitating. They're going right after this. They're getting barked at by the Vice. The Vice is yelling for something. It looks like it's just not heavy enough to get there. They're trying, though, and it is going to get there. It's going to get inside of it and just short of the button. Okay, we'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, sorry folks, we had a minor cell phone incident in the warm room that caused me to mute. So back to the full view. We have the hammer ready to go over here on sheet C. Craig Steffen walking down, also on sheet B. So sheet B, ooh, Jake Ness has a difficult situation. If he can get that yellow out of there, let me pull that for you real quick. If he can get that yellow right out of the 4-foot, he's got 3. But that's a very difficult thing to do. Meanwhile, over on sheet C, this is what Craig Steffen's looking at. He's already sitting 1 with hammer. All he needs to do is get something that's going to touch the blue circle, the 4-foot, and he's going to have 2 to start. Craig Steffen shots away, so we're going to stay with far C for a moment. It looks like he's just a little wider than he wanted to be, but it's still got really good weight. If it starts to curl, it could get back there. The sweepers are now on it late, and it is not going to get there. It's got to get all the way to the 4-foot, and it's not, so Nutmeg will end up taking 1 there. I'm going to switch over to B right now. Here comes Jake's shot, and he is just going to miss. And he flashes to the outside, and that's going to be 1 yellow. So over on sheet C, Nutmeg starts off 1-0. Over on sheet B, yellow starts off 1-0. And that takes us over back to the 6-sheet coverage because I don't have a close-up on A. And that was hammer on A, so I'll have to wait for the posting of the score. I honestly don't know what just happened there.
Steal of 1. Steal of 1 on A. Steal of 1 on A.
Steal of 1. So yellow, Norfolk 1 on A. So Norfolk manages to steal 1 in 2 of the 3 sheets. Nutmeg takes 1 in the 3rd sheet, and that is not going to help Nutmeg climb back from their deficit. So we need to see some Nutmeg action going on here if we're going to get there. So we're at the start of the second end. You got this. You got this. Giving a little encouragement to my friend Craig Steffen over here on C. He is actively upset that he did not get that second point, but he's doing okay. Give a little encouragement to him. So again, Nutmeg enters this match down 18 points already, so they need to really win all 3 matches and win them by a combined 9 points or more just to get a shot here to win the state championship. So a lot of work to do. As the second end begins, I want to thank everybody for joining us again. We have a couple folks watching live. And just a reminder, even if you don't get to catch us live, we are broadcasting and we do save these videos on YouTube for future reference. So folks can go back and look at matches they may have missed. Earlier today, I was even sharing some matches from our league nights. Many of our league nights are available as streams on YouTube. So even if you can't get a chance to talk to us live and in person, you get a chance to look at some of these events. But we really do appreciate everybody who joins us. And if you have any questions, please put them into the chat. I will be happy to respond to them both live and in chat when possible. All right, so second end, we have a couple stones in play already. Sheet C has a weird configuration, a triangular configuration of stones out front. Over on sheet B, Norfolk has set up a couple of guards, one of which looks like it's biting. And over on sheet A, we're already playing inside the 4-foot. We have 2 stones that are touching or near the button. So here comes a Nutmeg stone in on sheet A. which should be top left of your screen if I'm doing this correctly. And it's going to click just past the yellow stone and leave both of them still sitting there. I believe the yellow is shot. It looks like it's just catching a little bit more button than the others. Over on sheet B, we have a wall of granite right on the center line. And it appears that red has just a slight biter better. Ooh, over here on sheet C, a very nice draw by Norfolk. Craig Steffen's going to sweep the dickens out of it, but it's only going to get to the back 8. And right now, he's under cover, and that's going to be difficult to see. So Craig's going to say, you know what? Let's just draw it down to it and sit better than them. Over on sheet B, the attempt by Norfolk to move stones around really just promotes the red and pushes the yellow guard out into the 12-foot on the left-hand side. So Norfolk has 2 yellow guards out front, but Nutmeg is sitting shot, and Jake Ness is going to go ahead and protect that shot because he does have hammer here, but with the center open, that's really what he wants.
Stepped in to do the play-by-play.
Always. Over here on sheet C, Nutmeg's attempt to get down to the yellow stone ends up impacting guards, and now there's just more of a mess out front. But I'm going to come over to B. They hit the guards, and the red actually spills to the left-hand side of the center line. Now the center is even more open from the right-hand side. Let me show you that really quick. Hold on, I got to go to the near B cut. So whereas the center line was really cluttered across the board, now there's a port on the right-hand side, and Norfolk is not going to hesitate. They're going to try and draw in behind that red-yellow combo in order to make something difficult to hit. Meanwhile, over on sheet A, they put 2 stones in the 4-foot immediately, and they haven't done anything with them since. And now Nutmeg is going to trade shots, which wouldn't be a bad thing. They knock their own red back and sit closer to the button. Let me show you that really quick. This is sheet A. Yellow's still closer, though. But if yellow could get knocked out, if somehow Nutmeg could find a way to deal with that yellow, they'd be sitting 2 and a really great shot. Sheet C, we have a shot coming in from Nutmeg. It's going to impact a yellow guard, which is going to send it into the house, but Craig Steffen is waiting for it. He's going to sweep it right out the side of the house. It's a biter, and with nothing else in the house for Nutmeg, that's going to count. So that improves the count to 2 yellow. So, end of the world, no, but it really could benefit Nutmeg to get a shot in. Meanwhile, over on sheet B, a draw is gorgeous draw. It's not buried, but it's right biting the button, and that's very helpful right now. So a lot of interesting shot making right now. Over here on sheet C, it looks like they're trying for a draw, but it looks like it's going to end up being a promote because there's a stone all the way out there and it's slowing down, and this stone is not curling. I don't think it's going to reach there to be a promote. It's not. It's going to end up being a guard for nothing. So that allows Craig Steffen to sit there and go, let's draw in and outcount this. Meanwhile, over on sheet B, a gorgeous shot by Norfolk takes out the red stone. Let me show you how that just played out. You saw it on the 6th house, but right now that yellow stone is now sitting. And now Jake Ness, who still has hammer over on sheet B, needs to get that stone out. And if he can just roll over 2 or 3 feet to his left, which would be your bottom of the screen, he can be sitting 2 with cover. Over on sheet C, the Nutmeg shot comes up short, and now it is just another guard. There are 4 red guards in front of the house for Nutmeg, and Norfolk continues to count 1. And there is an interesting path there. Let me show you near C really quick.
Here, they're coming through first.
They're going to come through right now. They're going to try to come through that highest red guard and that nearest red guard. That's a huge gap if they can get the stone to move through there. But it looks like she's wide. It looks like she's going to come through the secondary gap. As long as she doesn't hit the red, this is okay. Just past the red guard. Is it going to stick around? Craig is sweeping it, and it's going to be in the back 12. So that's going to be 2 stones in the back for Norfolk. Meanwhile, over on sheet B, I did not see the shot. I apologize. I was looking at sheet C, but I saw Jake Ness sweeping for his life and pushing a stone to the back of the house. Let's take a quick look at near B. Looks like the count is 1 yellow for now. Over on sheet A, we're going to go to sheet A really quick. You see 2 yellow stones right inside the 4-foot. Both touching the buttons, and here comes a Norfolk stone in yellow. It looks heavy to me. I think a guard here would be the ideal call. Here comes the stone.
It's guard, all right.
It's a guard.
Oh, not even.
But it's going to get into the 4-foot. Now, here's the problem with that. As great as a shot that is to draw to the 4-foot, if Ilya can hit that on the right side, he could get 2. He could actually throw a triple here. There's a possibility for a triple takeout here. It's all so staggered that it could happen. Sue is coming into the hack. And let's just be honest, if there's somehow a triple takeout here, which I don't think there is without a jam, but if there was a triple takeout without a jam, that would leave Nutmeg counting 3. Oh no, okay. Sheet B, we have a yellow red stone come in. It actually knocks yellow under better cover, so that's not good. Here comes the shot on A. I'm sticking with A right now. You're about to see this shot come into view. It's a takeout attempt, and it's going to miss. Unfortunately, it's going to go right by that front yellow. Oh, Sue would like to have that one back, unfortunately. Meanwhile, over on sheet... All right, so right now, you just saw sheet A counting its 3 stones for Norfolk. Sheet B counting 1 stone for Norfolk. I'm watching over on sheet C. It looks like a count of 2, maybe 3 for Norfolk. Is that guy... Is that outside stone counting, the one on the bottom of your screen? I don't know. I can see just a little bit of white there, but the cameras aren't always true on this. 2, maybe 3, and now here comes a shot by Norfolk to try and add more.
Looking good.
Over on sheet B.
Not enough.
Sheet B, the yellow stone for Norfolk is coming in, and it looks a little light, but it is going to provide an adequate guard to try and make it more difficult to get to the yellow stone. Here comes a stone on C. They're trying to go through a narrow port, and they're going to impact the red guard, and they're going to make sure the red gets close. It's not in the house. They were not able to get the red in, so if that outside biter is a biter, which I'm not entirely sure it is, that doesn't help anything. But what it also did was it opened the port up wide. Let me show you really quick. So Craig Steffen now has a huge port between that red and that yellow closest to the house on the top side of your screen that he just needs to draw in. He can literally get right on top of that yellow through a port that size, and then all of a sudden yellow's faced with a situation where they are only counting, they may be outcounted, and if they're outcounted, they may not have a chance to get one. So we'll go back to 6U for the moment, just because I don't want to miss anything on the other sheets. And we'll see what happens. Jake Ness is throwing his stone over on sheet B. It's his first skip rock.
Oh, wild pitch, Craig.
All right, Craig's a little wide over here on sheet C, but it could still work out. It's got to slow down.
Now it's taking the back.
It might take the back yellow out, which is not the end of the world. It would make sure he's cut to 1. It's going to be right on that back yellow. And now yellow's only counting 1, but Norfolk now could hit that red and stick and be counting 2. And Norfolk has the hammer here. Was that Craig's last stone? It was. So Norfolk has a hit and stick over here on sheet C to take 2. Meanwhile, over here on sheet A, what's going on sheet A? Oh my goodness, sheet A. This is what's going on sheet A. We have 3 stones inside the 4-foot. Red still has the hammer, so yellow is about to deliver its last rock. I think they're going to try and put up a guard to try and protect what they have. That's not a lot of room for a guard, though, to be honest. I'm going to go back to the 6 view, and then let's go to near B, because here comes the last stone from yellow over here on B, and it's going to be a little heavy. If you can get that back, nope. But now yellow is sitting 2. Oh, Jake has got to find a way to get in there. There's a path, but I don't see how he gets more than 1 there. Over here on sheet C, it looks like 1 yellow is the final total. I'm not sure what's... Does yellow have another stone? Oh, we have a measure. We have a measure over... Oh, it's a biter measure. We're going to go to near C really quick, because they're going to measure for biter. On the stone that's at the bottom right of your screen, which Siri's standing over right now, this is a biter measure. This is to see if that stone is actually touching the house. So this is a difference between 1 or 2 for Norfolk. If the bar hits that stone, it counts. And the bar does impact the stone, it will be 2 forwards for Norfolk instead of 1. Very difficult to tell. That's why we have a bar. All right, so meanwhile, over on sheet A, it looks like Ilya's getting ready to throw his hammer. I see kicking on sheet B. I'm not quite sure what just happened there. That was a very contentious end. I'm going to go to near A for a second. This is what the situation looks like on A. Ilya is throwing his last stone for red for Nutmeg. Right now he's looking at giving up 3 points if he does not nail this.
Wide so far, Sean.
I hear he's wide.
8 minutes.
He's just going to miss. 3 yellow, unfortunately, over on sheet A. A very difficult shot. Even if Ilya hits that, he's only hoping to cut them to 2. So we are through 2 ends. I'm going to take a momentary break, and I will be back. I'm going to leave you with the 6-house view. I will be right back to call the 3rd end momentarily.
Good afternoon, curling world, from high above sheet C at the Media Center at the Nutmeg Curling Club in Bridgeport, Connecticut. This is the Connecticut State Championship Norfolk Curling Club against the Nutmeg Curling Club. The competition's been keen today. Smiles all around.
But when we get new members, we can get a Hartford one.
All right, so we've got a lot of action going on here.
No, Hartford needs one.
Six houses view. We got pips,
We're going to be able to fill out
cameras.
No, he never in our Hartford. West Hartford, veterans, skate. We only curl in the summer. We actually.
Oh, Britt, nice to see you here. Great to join in. Pity they didn't get me a Coke.
I would be glad to get you a Coke. Is that what you want, regular Coke?
Diet Coke, just like that. One of those. Yeah, sir. Sure.
Thank you to Alpheus for joining us tonight.
Good afternoon, curling world. I'll tell you what, today being Saturday, March 8th? 9th. This is a great month of March this year because we have 5 weekends, 5 Fridays, 5 Saturdays, 5 Sundays. And it is curling time. I hear that Norfolk Curling Club has 2 learn to curls tonight. And at Nutmeg Curling Club, we have a curling and cocktails, which is probably sold out.
Because they have to route, they not only route the ring, so what you do when you, what we're trying to get is just route the ring.
Let's take a look at some of the some of the house setups here. We've got sheet B. Looks like red's yellow sitting 1, but maybe not for long. Sheet C, looks like we've got yellow sitting 3, but all behind the tee line. And we can't tell you sheet A across the way. Let's see what happens on that shot on sheet B.
That's like, you figure you need, all 4 rings, 4 houses.
Shaved it, and the rock is going to go out. So Norfolk removed Nutmeg shot.
Actually, if you want to get the Atlanta does a summer spiel, I think it's this year. I think it's
Bar houses. Well, a lot of curling activity this weekend, Britt.
There's a lot going on here. It's fantastic to see our friends from Norfolk. Whoa, look at this over on B.
We got the pants. We got a lot of high-falutin pants on sheet
We
B,
do.
I'll tell you. And we got a takeout coming here that is going to be a double.
It's going to get the 1.
Got the 1. Lost the shooter again. Let's get back on all 3 sheets because there is so much going on.
There is. And Dan, who just threw that takeout over on sheet B, throws tremendous takeouts. He just generates so much power to the hack.
It's too late.
Not as much as you or I do, though. Not like you or I, though. They can't touch us. You're muted.
Well, as a stick curler, it's different for me.
Yeah.
But there is a term, Brit normal, for takeouts, which usually shows how crazy I throw my takeouts.
Well, we are one of my teams, or the only team I'm on this year, the Tuesday night team. We're talking Don Malner and me, so we have a whole different parlance for weights. Because Don's control is most people's peel.
Oh, wow. That tells you something right there.
And I'm no slouch bringing the weight. Or the
Oh, no,
stick
not
or
at
the-
all.
But what I love to scare people with is dropping those draws right in there.
Oh, yeah.
That just disheartens the opposition.
People just assume that if you throw crazy takeout weight, you have great, tremendous pull. You can't throw a draw weight. The best guys, they can do both.
Yep.
And Alf is one of the best guys.
I'm working on that with the stick. I want to. Given what you look at this, a fine shot on C. Let's run down there and see who threw that one. That was my friend
gorgeous.
Ryan. Look at him drop that right on the button with a
Gorgeous.
back guard, a front guard. And they didn't put the score up, but I do hear that it was 2 for Norfolk. Heidi.
I'm trying to get Ryan's attention, but it's not working
He is
well.
focused. He is locked in. Let's get back.
Ryan just got back from the Dykes, had a very nice run there.
3-2 run for 4 first-year curlers.
As a matter of fact, I already see on his shoulder
the patch for 2019, and
That's
that
right.
will not be his last one. He could be a 5-year man.
I hope he is. I hope everybody. People, that's the biggest misconception.
You got to be a year or 2 into it to join.
Yeah, nuts of that.
Nuts.
Go play.
Go play. And look what these guys did. 3-2 first year.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. For those of you who are not familiar with this stuff, curling has a 5 and under bracket, and what that means is you have to have 5 and or less experience
Seasons.
years. So you have a limited time to get there, and people immediately assume I'm not good enough, and that's just
Wrong.
crap, for lack of a better term. Get out there and play, guys. Go out there and do those things, and these guys did, and it worked out to their advantage, and now they're in better shape for next year.
Yep, they know the whole deal. What I love about this is Paul Douglas. Paul brought his 2 children to juniors for several years, and he sat in the warm room and took it all in, and all of a sudden, poof, last year he shows up here, I'm ready to curl myself. I say, well, that's about time.
So here's a guy who's watched 2 or 3 years, has already absorbed the strategy. Now he's going out there and doing the physical.
Uh-oh, Ryan's rock lost handle and took off in the opposite direction.
You know, I played over on sheet C earlier this week, and I had a similar issue with the rock. So I just wonder if might just be a little bit of squirrely ice. Normally we're pretty.
I pebble and nip that ice. I stand.
Oh, I don't think it's you at all. But
could be
there's a little
fall.
squirrely about sheet C right now.
All right, Siri's getting in the hack here. Yeah, we got red sitting shot with a yellow rock on it and a sea of yellow surrounding it. So let's get back over to the big view.
This cake is really exceptional.
It's got a lot of chocolate in it for those of you who are missing out on it.
A lot of chocolate and a lot
frosting.
of sugar.
Yeah, a lot of sugar. All right, so this gentleman has a host of stickers on his back.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that event is, but it's at least 9 patches.
Montreal. So, I know what it is. It's about the Gordon, probably.
This gentleman's been to the Gordon 9 times. And I think his most recent patch is 2017. So there's a possibility he just hasn't owned more patches on. So the guy delivering the rock on sheet C is definitely an experienced international curler.
International.
Which I had not noticed before, but that just makes Craig Steffen's work cut out for him.
Oh, but he pitched it a little wide.
I think so. I don't think that's going to get back.
No, it's not. So let's study the lay of the land on sheet C for a moment. Yellow sitting 1 on the button, surrounded by 1, 2, 3 yellows. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Craig Steffen is.
Oh, and we're
getting a score update on C right now. It looks like yellow took 2.
Did take 2.
So
yeah.
Craig's definitely thinking, I need to take at least 2 here.
He's got to get that inside edge, otherwise he is in trouble. Or put another one in. Score.
Keep in mind, folks, this is not a typical just win and be done event. Total stone counts matter, and you get 3 points for the win. Right now, Nutmeg is down a combined 18 points. So Craig has got to be thinking in his head, I need to get 2 here. As early in the match as this is, I still need to get 2. Oh, he is talking to folks as he comes down.
I'll go to Bob Lou. Is it Bob?
Chris
Lou. Yeah.
Chris and Sue Lou.
Sue, yeah. Well, I'm honored and delighted to be playing with Sue at the Blarney Stone next weekend.
Nice.
She's good fun. We're gonna have a good fun team. George Eldridge, myself. Our handle is Bad News Bears.
Love it.
Because I am Morris Buttermaker.
I should have muted there. It's just too good not to share. I will not be around personally for the Blarney, but I love it, and I will be looking forward to watching the live stream on the Blarney as it happens.
Craig's Rock is not.
It's curling late.
No, it's not.
It's
gonna
curling
help.
late.
It's not going to do what he wants. Maybe it will.
Oh, it's getting there.
He knocked himself off the button.
No, he knocked himself off the button, and now the count is 1 yellow.
But he is sitting second, and he does have the access. But Norfolk has the other side to come after his rock and knock it out and be sitting possibly two. And certainly get rid of that shot rock.
So right now, from what you see, from our perspective, it's left to right, but it's bottom to top for you. If Norfolk can curl around and hit, from your perspective, what is the top side of that red stone most to the right-hand side of the screen, Norfolk could then also move their yellow stone closer to the button towards the top, and they'd be sitting possibly two if they got the right roll. So this is a very dangerous spot for Craig Steffen.
All right, let's bring it back to the big view because we need to stay on top of these things, don't we?
Oh, yeah, so much going on.
Oh, this is as executive producer here, as a second unit cameraman, I'm telling you.
I want to take him home just to publicly thank Alpheus for coming in, because I'm sitting here eating cake now and doing secondary commentary because Alpheus is controlling the cameras, and I really appreciate it.
Well, I found that my best camera work is the keeping the 6-house view and the 3-house, and then hitting the merge. Watch how it goes.
Yeah.
You like that?
I love it.
Isn't that great?
I love everything you do on this.
You know,
and that's not just because I'm eating cake.
I was a big fan of the fly, rotate, and that type of thing.
We have so many options here.
Let's zoom in on sheet B, because Jake is letting his first rock go, and it's not heavy.
This is actually his hammer.
Uh-oh. It's not heavy.
Jake has got to get in there.
RB, let's jump in on it. And it's got to stop. And it did. He got it.
I think he's got it. Yep.
All right,
Gonna
Jake.
be one red.
All right, quick, back to the overview. Fast.
And we're waving at Jake.
All right, Jake. He's
smiling.
He's smiling. Oh, he came out. Yes, it was wide on C. So now the tables are turned. Craig has a chance to punch the yellow out. Let's go to.
Can we get a close-up on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to see what we're looking at. He's got only one stone left. So this is Red's hammer. Ooh.
Oh, the jam is very possible, isn't it? Yellow is shot right now.
So what do you do here, Al?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. That's why I'm asking you.
Let's see. He could try to thread the needle and hit the yellow clean. Excuse me. You mute a second.
Okay, so follow me here for a second. If he hits that red stone from a clock perspective where the left-hand side is 12 o'clock, if he hits it at 7 p.m., shoots the red into the yellow to push the yellow out of the blue, and sits right there, is there a shot he has 3 on the perfect shot?
No, because he's either going to lose the shooter or the primary red rock.
Right. There's no way he can keep everything around. So pretty much what you're trying to do is get that yellow out without impacting the red that's the top and left of it on your screen.
Greg could also draw, possibly nudging the yellow rock off the out of the 4.
That would be the way to 3. Would be to just nudge the yellow out of there and roll over and have 2 stones or 3 touching the blue.
And one would be in front of the tee line, which is key because right now his primary rock's behind. Well, here we go.
He's on hammer, so it doesn't matter. So at this point,
he is hammer.
This is hammer.
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't have to worry about what comes next. He just needs to worry about getting there.
This looks pretty good. I like it. It's got some good weight on it.
Got a lot of sweepers are on it.
They should be off it. I'm going to keep the camera right
That's got to curl. That's got to curl.
No. It's going to roll in and only give him 1, though.
Oh, yeah. No, you have to hold off. No.
Or roll out and
no. It's going to be 1 yellow.
Too much weight.
Too much weight for that amount of curl that you needed to get. And if it had been a little lighter, it would have curled a little more. Yep, and Craig is actually looking at us right now and saying it should have curled more. Just a little too heavy.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, we were talking about getting 3, Craig. Yes, we were. But sad to say.
Yep. So it's fun. It's amazing because sometimes you're on this side of the glass and you're not on the same page at all with the skin. On that particular shot, we were absolutely on the same page. Craig was trying to edge it out for 3.
Yep. And he just threw it a little heavy so it wouldn't quite curl. It looks like we've completed the third end on all 3 sheets. And let's get a zoom in on the scoreboard so we can get an update on that. And then we'll get back to there. Nutmeg has scored 1 in the third on sheet A. Nutmeg has scored 1 on the third on sheet B. And Norfolk scored 1 on the third on sheet C. Norfolk leading on all 3 sheets.
Which is a problem because Nutmeg is down 18 entering this match.
Now we're going to switch to the near house alternate view.
Nutmeg really needs to win all 3 of these matches to have a chance.
Well, it's an uphill battle at this point.
Sure is. It's not impossible.
All right, let's see what Sue Lou has here over on sheet C. I want to get her delivery. Oh, too late. Missed her delivery. Nice looking slide. Nice looking slide Sue has. I'd say her shot's going to be in the house just past the tee line. Back 8. Back 8. Back 8. And that's where it is. Weird, I'm excited to tell you. It only took 12 seasons where I'm starting to get dependable weight call as a sweeper.
Only 12.
Only 12 years. I am now at a point where I'd say I'm about 70% right with my sweep calls.
Well, you know, that's the thing. And
boy, is it helpful.
Well, yeah, it is.
It really makes the skip's job better, especially when it comes to plan Bs.
Oh, yeah. People make the mistake of assuming that once you figure out weight in one place, that you're going to be fine every other time in that place or every other situation in another place. And weight changes. Something as subtle as how many people are curling at one time can affect the ice.
One sheet empties changes the whole dynamic out there.
Sure. If you have one match going on a 3-sheet situation as opposed to 3, different.
Big difference. All right, Sue Lou again. Love the toque. Still a little hot. Greg was calling for a guard. And here it comes. Look at this curl. Sticking near the center line.
That's nice.
Okay.
Over on sheet B, a nice draw right into the top 12. And now Jake Ness is looking at 2 Norfolk rocks he needs to figure out.
He's going after one of them, possibly both.
Meanwhile, over on sheet A, Nutmeg has a...
Oh, and who is this throwing on
B?
Yeah.
That's Dan.
He's got the weight. All right, so here's the shot. I'm going to...
He has got great weight in terms of takeouts. There's no
that's
one...
a nice control. That's a nice control he's got, but it's... Okay,
he's not going control enough?
Caught the guard.
Oh!
Caught the guard. And here comes a rock in on C, and it's going to nudge against the guard and be another guard. So I think yellow's very happy with that rock.
It is, but if you can get that yellow out of there, he's not even going to worry about the guard. He's going to curl around it.
Yeah, he's actually got a guard on his rock in the back 12 now, too. A little bit more of a corner guard. So if he comes around those guards, it'll be useful. Chris Lou. Shots away. We'll keep the camera right on this. In fact, we're going to go right to the house.
This might be really nice.
This could be an excellent shot.
If it curls in and gets underneath that guard, it could rest right up on that yellow.
They got a sweep.
Bring it all the way, boys.
Off. Keep it right on the tee line. And he
look at that.
Cover the lid.
Look at that. And it's under full guard.
Full guard.
The only thing you could do is potentially follow that down and move it a couple of inches.
Yeah.
Or to clear everything out in front. Either way, you got to make a major move. And he's going to clear the front.
Clear the front. Great shot. Great shot. Yeah, the skip's happy with that.
Over on sheet B, it looks like their vice is about to throw. And they're going to go after that yellow, but there's 2 guards right out front. It's a port, but it's a tight port. Weight's good, but the sweepers are on it immediately. It's not the end of the world if they peel out a guard, as long as they don't promote something into the house.
Yeah, they didn't even peel it.
Nope, they're going to replace it. So the port is still there. The yellows are still there,
look at this.
Oh, this might be gorgeous.
That is gorgeous. It didn't get the shot away, but it opened the middle up a little.
I mean, from where I'm sitting, I'm right behind the red rock that's sitting on the button, and I can see it.
I think Plug it. Oh, your hammer though. Your hammer. This is hard. You want to be 1 and 2 at this point.
But you're also down 3-1. You've got to get at least one, right?
Yeah, you got yeah, at least one. You got to.
You've got to worry about making sure that one does not move.
Yep. You could even draw to it and tap it a little, maybe.
That's not a lot of ice for a guard.
Oh boy, but he didn't hit the.
Oh,
broom.
he was wide.
Oh dear, that was way off the broom.
He was
Plan
wide.
B.
You might want to sweep
Plan
that
B.
in.
Drag it in.
If you drag that in up against the yellow, you're
Yes.
sitting 1-2.
Yes. No, it's on the guard.
Oh,
But
that's a shame.
That's all right. It's going to make the guard better now.
The
Or
guard's
not
going to
better.
move
No.
into the rings.
Red's wide open, but he has a back guard.
Yeah, I mean, that's not an easily removed red because of the yellows behind it. Can we get a close up on sheet C really quick?
Absolutely.
C near. So that red that's sitting on the button is exposed, but look at all the yellow behind it. How are you getting that out of there without hitting one of the yellows instead?
Not likely.
It's not the end of the
try.
world.
They're going to try.
Oh, they're going to try. This is going to be, I would say, 75% chance we're looking at a wreck. A stone coming in over here on sheet B. They're sweeping it pretty hard. It looks like a draw. They're trying to get behind that yellow, if I had to guess.
And it's by the guard. And
By
it's coming in.
Is it going to
coming
stop
in.
for them?
It's going to go a little deep.
Is it going to bite the 12, bite the
No,
4?
it's second shot.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, I'd say second.
All right, meanwhile, over here on C, here comes that yellow shot. It's going
Right
to
on the
curl
guard.
a little more than they thought. And it's going to push the guard out.
And now the shot rock is guarded very well.
Yes, the yellow shooter rolls over just enough to provide partial, if not full cover for that
And
red.
we'll give you that overhead view to take a look at that. Take a look.
And now Craig Steffen has to decide what is the next logical progression. I think it's a tap-up.
You know, we're not giving A much love, so let's see what they have going on over there.
Oh,
in the
A
house.
doesn't love us, so it's fine.
It's so far from here. A is actually sitting shot. Nutmeg is sitting shot.
Craig Steffen is going to call a tap over here on C to try and get his red up to second stone. I'm watching sheet B as well. It looks.
And this is Ryan Hine in the hack. At the bottom of your screen, coming at you. Rocks away.
Over on sheet B, the
We
yellow
got
hits
some
the red.
taps here. Didn't. Here comes Ryan's shot for the tap. I like it.
This is
I like
nice.
it.
I love this angle.
I like it. And look at that.
Is that second shot?
I believe so. Let's jump on it. Absolutely second shot.
And that's a fantastic play right now. Now, the center is wide open, but with all those yellows in the back half of the house, yep, they're going to call for the sit.
They have to go
There's
for the draw.
not much else you can do. You're not going to clear two reds out of there because of all the backing.
Nope. No way. All right, back to the...
No matter how well they were doing, they ran up against that Cape Cod.
All right, so shot away on sheet C. Is that Ted Stone in the hack, I believe?
It is.
It
Friend
looks a
of
little
Nutmeg
wide.
and longtime Norfolk player, Ted Stone.
Looks a little wide and
Fantastic
not
curler.
light either.
He's going to rest up against his own stone, I think.
It's not that wide, actually, but it is just enough heavy. To make, is it going to be sitting second? That's the question. No. Negative.
And that's what really matters right now for Nutmeg.
Now, Craig is calling exactly what I would have called.
Guard.
A guard on the bottom side here. Let's see. Let's show you his tap. Oh no, we're not gonna. We're staying with the camera because there's a rock away on A.
Coming in hot, Norfolk Rock trying to dislodge some reds, it looks like.
They're sweeping. Oh, it's wide. Oh, but it tipped.
Oh,
they got the tick.
Look what I found.
They got a tick on that one.
That's like cleaning your
2.
attic and finding a Griffey rookie.
Oh, and a nice looking shot on C. Look at this. Look at this, Britt.
Oh,
Look at
wow,
this.
that rolled in really
Right-
nice.
Right where they asked for it. On
So
B.
what's the count over
See?
on B? Because there's 3 stones that look like they're biting the 4.
Well, let's join the party here. It
2
looks
yellow
like
is what
2
I'm hearing from
yellow.
behind the sheet.
It looks like 2 yellow from here, too, and they're guarded.
Craig Steffen's pumped up over here on C.
Yes, he's got it where he likes it now.
He's got it where he likes it, and he's got Norfolk thinking, and that's what he's trying to do right now.
We had a situation on Tuesday against Sean, Britt, where had a lot of this situation where he had a chance for a takeout on ours, but only to one side, and the chance of a roll, hit and roll was minimal. And he just usually the shoe's on the other foot. It's always Sean who's giving people fits.
Yes.
Sean has a way to give you fits. And
Sean, I played with you and I have played with Sean for a long time.
Yeah.
Both of us in different perspectives. Sean has a habit of calling shot A, ending up with shot B, and realizing shot B was way better than shot
A to
A.
begin with.
And yes, that's kind of his MO, is frustrating his opponents.
We got lucky, and we were making shots at a pretty high percentage, and
That's how you win against good players.
yeah.
That's it.
Well, maybe that could be Ted Stone on sheet B.
That is Ted on B. I'm sorry, that is Ted on B.
Oh, and what a nice
That's
hit
Alan.
and roll.
Oh my goodness, what a
boy.
gorgeous
Oh, boy.
shot! And now they got to be sitting 3.
Oh, they are totally sitting 3, and
Oh, I don't know from sheet B. Our roving reporter Jill is taking a look at the layout.
Because they pushed that one yellow back.
oh, it got pushed a little. All right,
She
well,
pushed the yellow back enough that it might not be third shot.
looks like 3 yellow.
All right,
from the
Michael
overhead
says
camera.
3 yellow. It is awful close.
All right,
Somebody once told me this game is played inside the 4-foot on sheet B. That is absolutely the truth
all
right
right.
now.
Here comes the shot on C now, and it's heavy. And he shaved it, but it's still too red. Craig has a chance to 3 now.
And if anything, he just opened the door for Craig to get to 3.
Is this Craig's hammer, or is it
No, Craig has 2 shots left.
2 shots left? Well, I'll be.
He pushed the shot rock under full cover of a red, and pushed the red back to with the yellow full backing. It is frozen there, so that's going to be difficult. So now Craig has got to make a decision. Does Craig go for the gusto here and try to get a third shot in, or does he block the path and make it difficult for them to get in there? Let me show you real quick. This is what near C looks like. Clearly too red. That second shot is frozen against the yellow. That first shot is dead behind the red. But there is a huge path here on the top half of your screen that leads right to the button. So Craig has to decide, do I draw in or do I block it? And I think he's going to go for the block. Over on sheet B. Oh, we've been joined. What's up? Oh, okay. Technical issues over here. Meanwhile, on the often neglected sheet A, always neglected sheet A, Elia's, it looks like 2 yellow at the
All right,
moment.
Craig is eschewing the guard, and he is coming in.
Oh, yeah, here comes the shot on
He's coming
C.
in. And I would have, my choice would, oh, no, not
No, he's okay.
not through.
He's okay. He's going to be right up against that guard again.
Okay, good.
And I now think he's first, second, and third
Yeah,
shot.
but he's also left a little basket.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have chosen the top 8 and then finished it with my hammer.
That's the thing. I mean, if you draw in there, you leave them a path.
You leave
If
them
you put something in high in the 12 or 8, you're blocking your own potential path to the
But you
button.
can tap it.
So that's kind of a call that you got to play based on who you're playing and what you feel like is
Craig's
best for you.
Craig's shaking his head here. He's
He
ecstatic.
wanted something higher.
Let's take a look at a quick overhead on that one. You can see that red is 1, 2, and 3, but shots 2 and 3 are behind the tee line.
And here comes Yellow's last shot on C. He's lining up right now. He's got to get in there, or he's looking at giving up 3+. If he leaves Craig a path to the button right now, he's looking at giving up 4.
Oh boy. Oh yes, and
You don't know?
oh, is this hammer on B? On B, I'm sorry.
Oh, sheet B?
B is hammer, and he's sitting 3 and going for 4.
All he needs to do,
He's got to get the 4
It's-
foot. That's
yeah, it's
tricky. That's
not
gonna be tough.
easy.
No, that's hard.
There's a pocket there,
I
but
would have gone for that one.
there's a pocket there, but you're going to wreck your
Let's jump in
own.
on near B and get a quick look at this.
You're going to wreck your own stones. He might trade stones here and still end up with
No,
3.
he zipped a little wide. He shaved it in a little closer.
So he's going to end up with 3.
He got 3. Now
What happened over here on
they
C?
wrecked. So he's still
They
sitting 3.
wrecked.
He wrecked on a guard.
So-
So Craig has a shot.
Craig needs. Can I get a close up on C?
Close up on C. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
How close does he need to get if he's
Full
biting
8, full
anything
8.
of the 4?
Full 8.
Full 8.
Inside 8.
Inside 8, touching anything of the 4, which is he's got plenty of room.
If he draws and sits on the yellow rock here, will he be a third shot?
Baby.
I think he would be, especially if he gets the inside edge of it.
I mean, you've got that as backing, so you can afford to not be heavy. I mean, sorry, not be light.
Yeah. Well,
But-
but you got to curl too. You got to get around their guard.
Right.
It's a trick shot. I'm going to go to both ends now because there is a shot on A we're all interested in seeing possibly.
There's a game on A.
There's a game on A.
Oh, here comes Craig's shot. He is he's real wide. It's got to curl a ton. It's got plenty of weight, but it's got to come back a ton. He might
He's
actually
on
be
the wall.
playing the
He might go
wick.
out of bounds. No, it's not going to reach. It's light.
All right, but I mean,
He took
worst
3.
case
He took
scenario,
3.
that's take a 3.
3's good.
You know, I mean, that's your worst case scenario. Take
Yeah.
a 3. Oh, I can live with that.
Okay, so 3 red on C in the 4th end makes it a game. And what do we got here? Everybody's kicking their rocks in the 4th end, so the games are progressing at a good pace.
So right now, yellow is all Norfolk.
Oh,
So I can
boy.
just go across
They're
the
counting,
scoreboards.
Oh, they're counting up some big numbers on sheet B.
So I'm just going to do a total across the boards. 4 plus 5 is 9. 12 points for Norfolk. 3 points for Nutmeg. They are plus 9 right now
Craig hasn't
and
hung
winning.
his yet. Craig has some points. Don't forget. He got.
Oh,
3.
he hasn't put that up yet. Yeah.
It's not up, and they got 4. All right, Sue Lou, right in front of us here.
So we got some work to do
Oh,
here.
look at her. She's got the stick delivery, and she just lays it on the ice with the hardline curling broom. My favorite brand.
And very nice and smooth coming out of the hack.
Nice and smooth. Look at that.
Is she in her first or second year?
She started at the Olympics last year.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That level of composure after only a year.
Yeah. Nice looking delivery on with the broom delivery. Holding it flat on the ice, too. And she is in the house. Yeah, we got to get some board. Brian's got to hang that. Oh, Craig hung it up. So we'll take a look at the scoreboard here so you can get a visual. Yeah, 6-1
Six
on
Nutmeg.
A, 5-1 on A, and 4-3 on C.
4-9. So total, because it's a point spiel, it's 12-6 in favor of Norfolk at the moment, and Norfolk carries a lead from the morning session. So we have some work to do. We have some work to do, unless we want that trophy going back.
I think we may have to go up to Norfolk next season with some grit and determination.
Correct. That trophy is well traveled. It's survived a club fire.
That's the most famous part of that trophy.
Well, secondary to the club fire is the year that I was in charge of the friendlies. We went up there.
Yeah.
We had a breakdown on the way back. And there was a bunch of us in the car, and the tow truck driver said, I can only take 2 people.
Oh, boy.
And I immediately grabbed the trophy and went, it's me and this.
That was 2 of you.
And that was it. Everybody else could stay with the car until we get back.
All right, we got some action going on all the sheets now. Yellow's in control on sheet B. What?
You need another one?
Yeah.
Done.
Cheap date. Okay, Chris Lou coming into the hack here on sheet C.
Oh my god, that's my favorite call. I'm trying to gas him as we up till like something goes do like
Bringing the weight. Going for a double.
being salty. Yeah.
All right, Blarney Stone coming up next weekend, back on its roots of St. Patrick's Day weekend. I'm going to break out all my Blarney pins. I think I got about 6 of them.
Nice.
2 championships my first 2 years. I thought, this is the way this is. It's easy.
Wow. Oh, no.
Well, here's the story of that. All right, so we have Siri here subbing with Norfolk, throwing second rock. Nutmeg sitting 1 and 3. Oh, she's got a nice looking rock here. Don't sweep yet.
What's this on B?
And Siri is right. Oh, we could have a jam here. We could have some interesting stuff.
Oh, that jams.
Oh, so two reds are in, guarding themselves.
What's going on, Sheepy? That's a whole mess of yellow.
Oh, that's a sea of yellow on B.
Yellow is sitting 4.
We could let's
Pretty wide open.
yeah, we're talking the beginning of a.
All top house.
Yeah, but they're all in front of the tee.
Not even fully.
It just looks from this end like there's a lot of yellow.
They need some Pepsodent down there. Don't talk about.
Mm.
So Ryan is Craig Steffen on C here is calling for a split house to. That's a little heavy, a little toasty. I'll take that back. Whoa!
That came down quick.
He caught some heavy pebble out there, and it slowed right down. Well, like I said, I'm 70% on my weight calls. No more. Playing Vice these days.
Yeah, mostly.
Have a takedown.
Oh my! Since I got on the broom, my field hasn't passed me.
Why
It'll
aren't
take me
you?
another year to get it back up there.
Why aren't you skipping at this point?
Well, I skip on Thursday, or I skip on Monday.
Good.
I skip
So for those of you who don't know, we're chatting with the legendary Skinny Larry Boucher,
National champion.
national champion, Dykes champion 2018, 2017, Brookline champion 2019. He has the best 5 and under resume of anyone I know.
I think the record was 20-2 over 4 years.
3 years.
3 years.
You forgot about the Kaiser Championship.
Forget about that Eric Sebastian guy. He wants to talk about how he's good, but he pales in comparison to the greatness that is Larry.
I got to go on record to say if Eric doesn't stay down on his deliveries, he's not going anywhere in this game.
Pops up quick.
Pops up too quick. I told him that the first week he was curling on his learn to curl. Larry, Eric, stay down.
Stay down.
And now the countdown begins for Britt to get an angry text from Eric,
It's coming. It's coming.
the man who once sported a shirt that said Larry Who.
Oh, wait till you see the Eric Who shirt.
Oh, is there an Eric Who
That's
shirt?
the shirt.
Yeah.
Is it a baseball style shirt?
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's got a number. It's got Vocari and the number on the back. It's fantastic. I think I made my number 5 too, just to symbolize my 5th year.
There. Oh wow, that's Joe DiMaggio. Good.
I'm laughing just because I won't be here for the Blarney this year.
You'll see the pictures. Don't worry.
If you did not check any of our Blarney stream out last year, I spent a lot of time making fun of Eric
Oh no.
and asking him where his co-chair Larry was. And you would hear, yeah, well, but it would get Eric angry, and you would hear in the background,
And now this year he won't be here.
where's he?
He's taking the day off.
He's getting married.
Yeah, that's coming.
I should probably talk about curling while I'm on the mic, right?
Might as well.
So there's curling going on. Alf,
There's
tell
a lot
us what's
of
going
yellow
on.
rocks in the houses. That's
Back to Alf.
a lot of yellow rocks in the house. Back to you, Britt.
If nothing else, we have good time on the stream. I'm looking around. I'm looking at the scores. I see a lot of red that needs to work.
Yeah.
A lot of stones out in front of sheet A. I'm going to walk down there and see what the count looks like because we don't have a near on A.
Roving reporter Britt Bisson heading toward sheet A here at the Nutmeg Curling Club and Media Center.
Believe it or not, it's one yellow over here on A. There's a lot of stones in front of the house and a lot of stones in the 12-foot. And right now, red, which is Nutmeg, is sitting the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th stones. But there's a yellow buried that's counting right now.
Thank you. I'm not hearing you through the internal monitor.
Did you switch headphones while I was in the restroom?
No, not at all.
I'm hearing you now, and I wasn't before.
Let me try playing with the volume control. Hello, testing, testing, testing.
We're only 1 year into our streaming ability here at Nutmeg, so... Oh, over here in sheet C, what is this?
And it's going out, out, out. Quick, quick. Far C, far C. No, it didn't go out.
But it did change the count.
Yes. Red is 1 and open. Yellow is 2, guarded, sort of. And red is 3 and 4.
So
that
for
could
members
change shortly.
For members of Nutmeg Nation who may be listening, if you are in the area tomorrow night,
Yes.
which is
10th?
Sunday, what's the date?
March 10th? Possibly?
March 10th. We are doing a celebration because we had a team that won the National 5 and Under. We had a team, the same team, that won the Brookline Trophy at the Dykes. Come down and celebrate with us. We're just going to recognize these guys. If you're not in the area and you're in your 5th or fewer year, go out there and win these trophies.
Oh, and we'll also be watching the finals of the Briar,
Yes.
the preeminent curling tournament in the
So
world.
either way, come down to Nutmeg Curling Club at 7 p.m. on the 10th.
Bar will be open.
We'll be here.
He does a Scotch Brite. A Scotch
He
Brite
does.
pad on his-
He
on his
cleans the
rocks.
bottom of his rocks with
With a
it.
Scotch Brite pad. That rock might. If the weight's down, he's got it. Yes, he does. He has it.
They're sweeping to be safe. They're up.
They're good. They're right on the nose. Little dead on the nose.
What a nice shot.
Dead on the nose, and he has hammer. So he's sitting 1 and 2. It would behoove Craig to hit that and roll over. Hello. I just heard a substantial beep.
Ooh, the Yukon game's on.
Women?
Yeah.
But Katie Lou Samuelson is not playing.
She's not. The word on the street is they're saving her for a national tournament.
Makes sense.
That was crazy. I got that house nice
Here's the bottom line. We're going to divert from curling for a moment because
This is Connecticut.
It's
Championship
Connecticut.
in curling here.
Alf's a women's Yukon
Fan for
supporter.
20 years.
I'm an alumni.
And my daughter is going to be joining the University of Connecticut as a PhD candidate.
Emily?
Yes.
Congratulations to Emily.
Yes, she is. Dr. Emily. She will be.
You know, it would have been nice of her to told us that. I just saw her Thursday night.
Oh.
She doesn't say anything about these
No,
things.
she keeps these things, Mom.
Good for her. Well, you know what? Now it's out on YouTube. She can suck it up. Congratulations, Emily.
Oh, dear.
But
I'll hear this.
we're all Yukon fans here. Do we really care if we win the conference tournament?
And no, that conference means nothing.
Right.
Wait a minute. What's more exciting about this? The greatest college rivalry ever is going to be coming back next year.
Are we playing Tennessee again?
Yes. Tennessee and UConn are going to meet again. And to say my daughter doesn't understand how important that was in the 90s.
Oh, no. I do because I was there.
Important.
Oh, yes.
With a capital I, M.
I was at UConn from 93 through 97.
Yeah, big years.
There was nothing bigger outside of the national championship itself, which often included one or both of those teams.
One or more games of them.
There was nothing bigger than UConn Tennessee.
Except maybe UConn Syracuse men's. Those are big.
I'm thinking. And yeah, you might be right, but it's close.
Yeah. It's that they had the 30 on 30 thing on the Requiem for the Big East. And
that was a fantastic 30 on 30.
But all they went was Syracuse, Georgetown, and
yes.
they left UConn completely out. And
they
UConn
focused on Georgetown, Syracuse, and Villanova.
Yeah. UConn was, from going from the bottom feeder in that league to the dominant player the last 8-10 years of it. The dominant team.
And if we're really going to divert off of curling for that for a minute, University of Miami, Virginia Tech, they are nothing in the world of college basketball without the Big East.
Nothing.
Period.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. I'm sorry. I'm getting us off track.
Draw on sheet C for 2, it appears. And it's coming a little toasty.
It's heavy.
And it's going to be 1 yellow on sheet C, tying the game up after 5 ends. So Craig Steffen will come home with hammer in the 6th. Tied.
Meanwhile, on sheet B, Nutmeg does take 1 to cut the lead to 5-2.
And we were going to hammer on sheet
A. Let me walk down there and see.
Give us a sighting. Eliash would love to generate something.
Over here on sheet A, the count is 1 yellow. And it's difficult to get to, but if he could get to that yellow and roll in, it would be 4. So there's a possibility for Nutmeg to get a big shot here over on sheet A.
Big shot by Elia.
Yeah, he would have to hit that yellow back,
ricochet,
roll in just a little bit, and he would be sitting 4. But it is not an easy shot because there's a high guard there. Well, they're talking about other opportunities now. Oh, I don't know about this.
Not that wide open.
I'm going back.
Go back. The whole.
He's looking at it. He likes it. Should we do annoying things to make him get fired up? Really freak him out.
All right, I'm going to pull the crowd here. What is Ilya doing here?
Yo, Mom, I was going for the glow.
Why isn't he going to the outside to hit out that yellow and sit 4, maybe 5?
Favors the bowl.
You can't curl in there and hit that yellow?
No. Oh, that's way too down.
Oh, he pushed it.
A lot more weight.
All right, shot's on its way.
You shouldn't be sweeping.
Sweepers are on it.
Gotta come across the top. Face.
He hits the first yellow. He chips the second, and he's going to get to 1. And all of a sudden, a 1 yellow becomes a 1 red for Nutmeg.
Great shot.
And while that's not the ideal situation for Ilya, it definitely helps the count.
Helps the count. Sure.
So great shot there. I mean, in a total stone bonspiel, you've got to find a way to get wins, but also points. And that's what
the other team
Elia did
down.
right there.
All right, Sue. It's like, I got to stand up for a few moments. Thanks, I'm trying to cut down. I'm sitting.
That's a good thing.
Yes, it is. It's supposed to. Good. Sweep it, guys. Got to hold that line. Toto. Hold the line.
Hold the line. Only those of us who remember the 80s would remember that, but
Come on, guys. Lean on it. Come on, boys. That's one of my line calls. Give me a Toto here.
Toto.
Okay, not bad. Could have been
It's
worse.
not because the yellow's still open.
Yes. Well, it's also easily run back at this point.
Over here on sheet B, Dan, the weight man.
He's bringing it.
Oh, this might be a promote into the yellow.
How's it with the guard? No.
No, it does not get the angle he
Get it
wanted.
in the house. Get it in the house.
All right, thanks.
Dan does throw tremendous weight.
Thanks. Enjoy your flight.
I shall. I will touch base with you as soon as I'm confirmed. I'll send you a message on Messenger. We're in good shape. I'm glad I was able to help.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Oh, my pleasure, Doctor.
Bye. Pretty good. All right, Siri for
Siri filling in for Team Norfolk, and we thank her for that.
throwing a very nice looking rock here. They're sweeping.
Okay.
Is it going to tap the red? They'd love to shoulder that red one.
It looks like it's on track.
That's a beauty. That's a beauty.
It's going to be short of the red, but in a really great
Really good.
spot.
That's a good spot. That's a good spot. Greg still has a shot to knock it out.
Well, he does because it's early in the end.
You want to get that shot right down to the shoulder.
Right. I almost want to clear out that yellow right now.
Well,
But
you
he's
can.
going to actually try to promote his red into
Sit
it.
3.
That's a great shot, too.
And this is Chris Lou coming in for this one.
If he can hit this at the right angle,
I'm gonna get
drive the red into the
get the-
yellow,
get the
and
close-up
everyone
camera on
sticks
this.
around except the yellow, Craig is sitting 3.
Uh-oh, he's wide, though.
Ooh, and
it's-
heavy.
Oh, it's falling out wide. Oh, dear. Oh, this won't be good. It's going to lose one.
Yep.
Going to lose 2.
So he trades his existing red for a not as good red.
About the same, though. Overall,
Overall, it's the same count.
yeah.
And Craig nods as he realizes that was not the best situation. Yep. It was like playing with me. Craig and I have played together on Thursdays, and he has consistently reminded me that I am outside on my outside interns. Over here on sheet B, yellow completes a takeout on red, and it looks like they're playing crowd control right now. There's nothing in the house over on B. Over on sheet C, series shot promotes the yellow, ooh, into the 4-foot, and now yellow is sitting 2. Very nice. Now Craig's going to try. Let me show you this real quick. Craig is going to try and draw into that yellow on the button. If he can hit it and roll back to the left, he could presumably clear out and be sitting 3 or 4. So here comes the shot. It's heavy.
Looks good. Looks good.
Got to curl just a touch.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
This could be an inside-out double.
Yes, it is.
It is, and he is now sitting at least 1, maybe 2. He just hit an inside-out double to change the count from 2 yellow to a minimum of 1 red, possibly 2. And Jack, who's our organizer for this event, heard me get excited, and now he's over here investigating himself. There was a yellow stone right here on the button, and he drew in, hit it, and pushed that yellow out. It looks like 2 red on the screen.
Wide open.
And it is open. It's still early in the end, so we'll have to see how this plays out. Here comes Norfolk trying to respond and get that red rock on the button out.
Yellow's on. Right on the money.
Here comes.
Right on the nose, too.
Now,
So,
here's the thing.
Is there a double?
Alf, yeah, give me the close-up on near C.
Up. Yes, sir.
Is there a double here?
It's possible.
If he hits to the inside of that yellow,
Lose the
can
shooter,
he
but that's
double
all right.
out and sit 3?
I don't think so. He could sit 2.
This is a great shot right here.
And this is Ryan. So let's get back to the big view. Set up the near house. Oh, we have a shot coming in on B. Let's look at that.
Nice draw.
All right, Ryan's shot is away. Down weight. It's going to nose it.
Oh, he's going to get to the outside of it, maybe.
Look at it move. It's going to hit the guard, maybe.
He might get the secondary.
Oh!
Look at that.
Wrong one, Craig. Get over to the other rock.
Wow, he pushed the yellow behind cover, which is not what he wanted to do.
Double cover.
But he did push the second stone out. So now Nutmeg is sitting second, third, and fourth.
But that shot rock is buried.
But that shot rock is buried.
But you could come off. You could do the in off. You lose the second rock.
Is there enough of a curl for us to draw down to that?
They're awful close together.
Then Jack is right. It would probably result in only a sitting of 1.
They're wide on this.
Ooh, he's a little wide on the guard attempt.
What's it going to do? What's it going to do?
All right, Dan. Yeah. I'm like, really? You want to race? And he goes, right? So he goes.
It's not that wide. Look at it.
But it's heavier than they wanted.
Do a 5K right now. It's like 11 to 5.
It's going to get to the 4.
Going to the back.
Back half.
Oh, now there's a double.
Oh.
Boy. Oh,
Are we at the close-up? Yeah, we do.
Yes, we.
Look at this.
Am I anticipating this or what? Come on now.
This is a double for
This is a-
4 plus.
Ryan has a chance to be a superstar here.
This is where legends are made in friendlies.
Yeah,
The best part is Ryan can't hear us say that.
yeah. Don't be wide, Brian.
He's fine.
The weight's great.
It's got a curl. Here she
The
comes.
line's good. The sweepers are on
On
it.
it. We're gonna
It's
close
curling.
it. We're coming in on it. Oh, he's on the nose. He's on the nose.
That's okay if he's on the nose. I think he's going to get to the outside of it.
Look at it curl.
He's got the outside. He's get there. Oh, but he doesn't get the double.
curled.
And now the count isn't changed, and now there's still 2 yellow counting.
Yellow's 1 and 2 now.
So now he's 85.
And so, what is he doing? What is Norfolk doing here?
Block it up.
Yeah, you got to block this.
He didn't make it to his 4 p.m. draw.
You know, you would think the way we're talking about Sheet C, this was the only game going
There
on.
are other games, and we have the coverage of all 3 games.
Alf is keeping an eye on all 3 games.
Hey, we
I'm
got red
focused on C.
We got reds in the forefoot on both sheets on B and
On the
A.
button, and A, Ilya's gotten to the button.
And
No, that's a bike shirt.
that rock is slightly, I think they're going for a peel on B.
Well, they can see it, I think. You can get that.
No, it really.
Can they see it, Jill?
Typically
This one, yeah.
Yeah, Jill says they can see it. It looks like it's a takeout. A little wide.
So it's not
He could. He
Ooh,
could have
the
it.
handle's not as good as I thought. Here it
Nice
comes. It
quiet
might
weight.
catch a piece.
So it's going to be in charge.
It
He
is.
got it, but he lost the shooter.
Yep, shooter's going to go out. But it's now an empty house. And when you're up 5-2, an empty house is not a bad thing.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, no, there's just a conglomeration of yellow stones now.
But they left a catcher's mitt. Look at that catcher's mitt for.
That's right.
But that's only good for 1.
Was it 1 end ago we were talking about all the yellow stones in the back half providing backing?
Here we are again.
Here we are again.
Is red third shot?
Yes.
Bumps those 2 that are closer to the back 4.
Got to get rid of all of
If
them.
he moves those 2, does he sit 2?
I think you just draw it right in there and not shake
I
them
think
up.
you got to draw
You
in.
got to move those a couple inches, and then you'll be 1-2.
But that's Craig's MO. Craig is usually heavier on his draws, so moving a yellow stone isn't a bad thing. The question becomes over here on sheet C, is that red stone the third or
the
fourth
third
shot?
Yes, let's close in on that. So he could get rid of both of them, sit two.
Not take them out, because you want to sit in front of them. But
Yes.
If that red stone
head
is
into the
third
pocket,
shot,
just move them back a couple inches.
You got to move them
I will
both
watch
back,
them
though.
too much
That's the hard part.
yeah,
Hey, once again,
we talked about that before.
Red's on
People watching the
button
Briar
again,
have
so Jake did a spectacular draw again on A.
delusions of
Well,
grandeur.
let's just move that rock 3 inches, not 4, just
Yeah.
3. You know.
Yeah,
No
I can hit that double takeout and roll over. I think Craig is definitely going to try. His first purpose is to get in there, but if he can move those rocks enough to be sitting 1-2, that's what he would love to
Then
do.
he's behind the tee line, though. That's the problem.
There would be the issue.
Oh, and he's heavy.
He's
Oh, is
heavy.
he heavy?
He might be wide.
But these curl. These curl.
Come on, curl, Stone.
It doesn't curl that much.
It's slowing down.
Play the wick.
The weight looks like it's going to be okay. No.
No, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
No
Don't
touch.
All right.
Not bad.
All right. Not
No,
too bad.
not bad. Now, Nutmeg is sitting 1
and 4, or 1 and 3.
and 4, but
3.
now he's in a situation where he could throw his hammer into that red shot and really move things around.
Hopefully.
There's Stones coming in on B. They just finished the 6th,
And on the scoreboard, UConn has jumped out to a 9-point lead in the first 5 minutes.
and
of the
that game is now officially over.
I think all the starters are going to get some rest time on this one.
Yes. If you're a fan of walk-ons getting time, you want to watch the AAC tournament. Who are they even playing? Eastern Carolina? I didn't even know Eastern Carolina had a team.
Scoring update. Jake picked up 1 point or on sheet B. Stole one, I think. Let's lock in on near C because we got some interesting action going on here.
Now you're like with your cousin's kids drinking, you know?
Oh, he threw a field goal through there.
I was hoping it would kick the red over just a little bit.
A little
so
bit.
I could pop it and get 2 yellows out. But I
Yeah,
don't know that that's there anymore.
that's a toughie. Well, he could.
Play for 2. I mean,
Got to play for 2.
easy play for 2. Getting the 3 is tough. But 2 is fine.
You're not going anywhere with that. Oh, I see.
They're looking at.
You can't get those. You can't get them both out. Very hard to do so.
He's looking at it.
He could angle it, but then he loses the shooter,
Yeah, the shooter might go.
and he risks losing. He risks. No, if he catches the outside, so he can drive the red one this way.
Yeah.
The shooter's gonna go out. Well, he doesn't have to throw it hard, but he really has to angle it. I'd say get your deuce. Get your deuce.
There was a guy from Canada, and he would just fall every time he threw a rock. He would just boom. But that was his delivery.
They didn't put the score up on B yet, Jack. Did you see? Did Jake score one, a steal of 1 there? I believe he did. He threw first rock.
They're in the 7th, so yeah, I don't see the score for the 6th.
Uh-oh. You're going to be all right here? Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Just make sure it's there.
Oh, it's got plenty.
Okay, it's got play. Stop sweeping. Stop sweeping.
No, they can't.
I suppose they can't hurt it. They're not going to. 2. They moved the 1 rock back a little. And we're looking at, this could be a measurement.
Yeah, Jake got 1.
We could have a measurement on C. And we're breaking out the measurement machine.
This is it?
Okay. You being generous?
Well, yeah.
Hit the side with my name.
Well, we're going to measure.
Mostly, yes. So, why that?
We have a measurement on C because red has 2 already, is what we're determining here. And let's lock in on this. And that's why I do the odd one first. And that's why I do the odd one first. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because red.
It doesn't matter. Red stops the scoring. That's why you do the odd one
Yellow
first.
hit.
Hey, Aaron's here. Aaron, welcome to the Nutmeg Curling Club Media Center, high above Sheet C in sunny Bridgeport, Connecticut.
It's really nice outside.
Nice to have.
All right, let's close the club and go out.
Day for a hike.
Good day for a hike. Good day for some skiing. Go skiing today. My daughter's up in Vermont skiing. Lucky her.
The friendly sheet just encourage people to play.
Good for Siri to be taking part in the Norfolk. I hope she doesn't live close to Norfolk and decide to join there. Okay, good. Okay, good. Where do you live? Okay, good. She's not going to Norfolk to play full time. If we got somebody up in Naugatuck, let's say, they might think, hey,
Us and McCarthy are the closest people.
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah, the scoring is, however many.
Yeah, McCarthy's in Burlington, so he's like another 5 minutes closer. Yeah.
That
Oh,
determines
Ryan.
the score. So, yeah.
Ryan just threw a nice 1.5 takeout, you know, hit the inside edge and bumped the other one away. Almost perfection.
How do they slide? Is that ice?
Nice.
You got this on your shoe.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, it's Teflon. Teflon. Teflon and ice. Think of that. Wrap that around your so that's how they slide, and then they put these galoshes on.
And it curls. You see where he's got the broom.
You don't need any baseball skill like throwing a curveball. You just spin it. It curls.
Might end up behind.
Watch her rock here. You see that center line? Watch it curl. We have some hockey guests here who are interested in the curling. As it slows down, it really starts to curl. No, that one's a little heavy. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. It's behind the red.
Too much on it, it's gonna go.
It's also through the house.
You guys play this afternoon?
No, we just have 6
I was gonna say I know there's a Pee Wee tournament going on this weekend.
We're not Pee-wees.
No, they're a little bigger than Pee-wees.
Although I will say this, I saw a kid from Avon. Average kid was this. One kid.
And they are absolute powerhouses. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Now, do they have a shot from the point? Hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, they played fantastically.
Not really clear what kind of meat is that. How much are the hats?
How much are the hats? I don't know. And I love this shirt because you got a representation on Bridgeport on this one. How many shirts? How many places say Bridgeport on them?
Barb is here!
All right. All right.
Tom, stop it anytime you guys want.
Yeah, we're always here. Get a soda.
There's a lot come here. And please consider coming for an article. Hockey. Barb! How are you, my dear? Good to see you.
All right, let's see a scoring update. Oh, hey, all the matches have tightened up here.
Just like, where's it go?
All the matches have tightened up. We've got a 6-5 game on sheet A with Norfolk in the lead. We've got a 5-3 lead for Norfolk in sheet B, and Nutmeg has taken a 6-4 lead on sheet C, all after the 6th end. So there's 2 ends to go.
Take the lead. I need to cut out for a little bit.
Sheet A, we've got some. We had a big end for Nutmeg. I think Elias is finding his weight. In fact, they're only behind by 1 stone currently. What's Craig calling here on sheet C? Is he going for a oh, that's wide. Plan B. Plan B. Sweep. 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 Sweep hard. Hard. Oh, they lost it. Britt, one day we're going to have a takeout clinic here at, for the new curlers and the not so new curlers.
Yes.
It's a skill set that's a little behind the times in our club.
And difficult to adjust to.
Yeah. Takeouts, throwing the takeout in a proper weight. In fact, our team, what we're going to start working on, doing some timing of takeouts. I want that. I want to know what the 10-second takeout is.
Amen to that.
10-second, 12-second.
Alf is in charge.
I'm in charge. Oh, God help us. Big comeback on sheet A, I see, Jack.
Yeah.
I think Elias is growing up before our eyes here.
Oh, we missed an exciting.
Oh, it's a beauty. Oh, just kissed it. Too bad. Still a good draw.
Through the port.
Take out through the port? Is that what we're calling it?
I was like,
I think we have Ryan
no, it looks big.
running and gunning here.
It was there.
That's pretty tight.
No, it's there.
I know it's there, but there's pain to be.
Light.
There's pain if it doesn't work.
He was doing the run.
No, it could be a run, but this is probably going to peel.
That's all right then.
Yeah, it peels fine.
That feels fine, and he could roll over in front of his own. Oh, nope.
Well, now they got the run back, though.
Yeah, now they get the run back.
And it's straight on now.
Right.
Yes.
So we can actually
Yeah.
make that.
Yeah, we can make
The
that.
run back.
The visual on 2 curves hitting each other is tricky.
How do you throw a great second rock? I'm still on? Oh, geez.
Probably.
I saw the red light. That's. We got nothing in the house, do we?
No, they're sitting 1.
They're sitting 2
They've got
on C.
They get the one out on
They get the wing.
See that
And,
one on the wing.
well, this one's not going to help.
He's going to guard the one on the wing.
All right, so here we go.
I didn't see the wing.
Ryan is now lining up his.
The wing, but now you got to do the run.
Now you do the run. 'Cause you want to keep the center yours. Hit it. Hit the nose. Something good will happen.
They got nice jackets. Those are from the